Spring. Tiny buds appear on branches, as if to suggest the plants are stretching after a lengthy slumber. Soon, these buds bloom and celebrate the return of longer days and warmer temperatures. Just like spring symbolizes the start of the seasonal cycles, it also brings the beginning of my favorite outdoor activity, backpacking. This weekend marks my emergence from hibernation out into the wilderness for my first trip of the season. But where should I go?
It's often said that Hanson Point has one of the best views in the gorge. So if you're looking for something to do on the weekend, pack your bags and come on out here. Check out that sunrise.
For this trip, we decided to get the best view the gorge has to offer, Hanson's Point. Hanson's Point is off an unmarked trail just off the Rough Trail. It is roughly 2.8 miles from the trailhead. The trip starts at the Pincham Tight Trailhead on Tunnel Ridge Road.
So the hike out here is basically, you start on the Pincham Tight / Sheltowee Trace Trail. I don't know if it's technically the same name or not, but either way, the Pincham Tight Trail, and you follow that trail all the way until you hit the Rough Trail, and you turn left on the Rough Trail, or what would that, left or west, and then literally like a couple hundred yards down the Rough Trail, there's a offshoot. It's pretty heavily traveled, but it's not marked to get out to Hanson's Point. As a side note, if you take the left on the Rough Trail, you'll kind of start going down a hill, and right before the first switchback is where the side trail is. So you'll take a right off onto that trail. And literally, like immediately, you're in a tunnel of these, like, I don't know, 3 to 5 year old trees that are only like 8 feet tall. Yeah. And then you wander through there, and you'll come to a total of 4 openings.
Mm-hmm. So the first one had the most campsites and the most people. And it's the farthest, obviously, away from Hanson's Point. It's probably about a 10-minute walk from there. And then the second one has the least amount of campsites, a decent view, and we actually put our packs down there, and we were actually going to set up camp there. And we're like, well, I'm pretty sure there's another campsite down a little farther. So we walked down without our packs and found the campsite that we camped at last night.
And the fourth clearing is the smallest by far, but I'd say if that fourth clearing is open, that's the one you'd want to try to take.
Because it's literally like 50 yards up the trail there, and as soon as you go down that hill right after that campsite, you're here at Hanson's Point, and you get great views up there and great views down here.
From our campsite, it was only a short hike out to the point, less than 5 minutes. We heard the stories of this place being one of the best views in the gorge, but all the stories paled in comparison to our experience. This place is epic. So we spent the evening hanging out on the rock. Then we went back to record some gear reviews. For more info about the Thermarest Nia Air Uberlight or the REI Co-op Magma 30 sleeping bag, check out our other videos. Neither Sage or myself brought a lighter, so we made some backpacker ingenuity. We started a fire with the limited wood around.
We did not think we were going to get a fire going.
No.
Because this place, as it's so popular, there's not a lot of
firewood that you can easily grab.
And a lot of it is just rotten, and like what is there is rotten. But we found just enough like small kindling style pieces, just enough, I don't know, like 1 to 2 inch diameter pieces. And then of all things, right at the campsite was this perfect piece of pine probably that was perfectly dry, and that thing just caught on fire. So we actually had a really nice fire the whole night.
It was a little fun trying to get started because we didn't bring any lighters, any fire starters, anything like that. So we literally, he used his flint striker to get his torch started, and then he cut little slivers in a stick. And caught that on fire, and then got all the small stuff, used a couple pieces of paper out of the logging jotter, and got it started that way. And then whenever we were putting the big logs on, after we got it rolling real good, you almost put it out.
Yeah, I accidentally knocked everything over and off.
You were trying to tell me you need to set the log up a certain way, and I had no idea what you were talking about.
Well, and then I was like, tell me when I'm close.
Tell me when I'm close, and then I told you when you were
But
close.
I hit it.
Kept going, and then it knocked the whole thing over, and the fire just like instantly, like, there was baby flames, you know, like.
I thought we were done for.
But it stuck to it, and we stuck a log underneath and stacked all the wood, and it burned really good after that.
Yeah.
We woke up this morning. Last night they were calling for rain this morning. So the sunrise, we didn't think we were going to be able to see the sun this morning. And we get out here. We set our alarm pretty early, and we get out here, and right when we get out here, there's this open spot back there, and the sun just barely peeks out. And
like the entire sky was overcast and dark and not pretty.
We couldn't have hit that more perfect than like any other time. We got there. As soon as we got there, I set up my drone, and the sun was just peeking out, and it gave us maybe about 5 minutes of time to record it, and then it was gone. And it keeps coming out every now and then, but it was just perfect. It turned out real perfect.
Yeah.
City lights, keeps me up through the night. 'cause life is still a mystery.